Welcome back to Mama Tried. I'm Juliet, and today I'm going to be meal prepping 3 breakfast options for Luxie that can be in the freezer, so that way I can just grab and go for those busy mornings. So let's go ahead and get started. For the first breakfast option, I'm going to be making some breakfast burritos with sausage, egg, cheese, salsa, and tortillas. So first I am just spraying a large pan, and then I'm going to chop up some sausage in the pan. I'm using maple sausage, that's just what I had in the fridge, but you can use whatever sausage you'd like, or you could even use bacon if you wanted to, or you could take out all of the meat and replace it with potatoes or something like that. But this is the option that I wanted to go with today, so I'm just using this little meat chopper to make sure that all of the meat pieces are finely chopped. While the sausage is cooking, I'm just cracking 12 eggs into a large bowl. Now I'm adding half a cup about of oat milk. You could use regular milk or any kind of milk that you prefer, but we just use oat milk since Luxie's allergic to cow's milk. So now I'm just using my emulsion blender to blend everything up. You could just whisk it, but this way is so much faster. I love this little thing. If you don't have one, I will link it for you if you're interested, because I use this all the time and it is such a time saver. So now I'm just continuing to cook the sausage. I love this meat chopper as well. It just makes it so much easier than using a regular spatula. But now once it's completely cooked through, there can be a couple of pink spots because you're going to continue cooking, but the majority of the meat should be done. Go ahead and add in the egg and milk mixture and just cook it all the way through. This should take about 5 to 7 minutes. I cooked it at about a medium heat because you don't want to burn the eggs, and just stir it constantly. Once the eggs are cooked and scrambled, I'm just adding in some salsa. You can use whatever salsa you prefer. I added about a cup. If you want to omit the salsa, you can. And then I'm just adding in 1 cup of shredded cheese. I pretty much just eyeball everything because I'm trying to save time, y'all. I have a toddler that I'm trying to take care of while I'm cooking. So any time-saving hacks, I will take them. Now just stir everything together until all of the cheese is melted, and then your burrito mixture is ready. This should make about 12 burritos if you're just using the standard size tortillas. So I'm using 1/3 cup of the mixture in each tortilla and just folding the sides over and then rolling it up so that way there's not an open side. Whenever I serve this to Luxie, I cut it in half. And I'm just going to roll all of them up, and then I will place them all in plastic wrap. You could use foil, you could use whatever you want to use, however you want to store them, but plastic wrap is how I wanted to do it today, just to throw them in the freezer. You can add them in the fridge if you want to, and you can eat them up to 3 days after being in the fridge. Anything after that, I would not do that. Just throw it in the freezer, and then to reheat, you can microwave. I like to air fry them and microwave them so that way the tortilla is crunchy, but you do however you want to do. You could also do it in the oven, but microwave is fastest. It just takes about 30 seconds if they're just in the fridge, and then for microwaving them frozen, it will be about 2 minutes. It depends on your microwave though, so you'll get the hang of it after you do the first one. But this is just a really fast and easy breakfast on the go for your toddler. If you're taking them to daycare, this would be awesome, or just, you know, for those fast mornings where you just don't want to cook breakfast. For the next breakfast option, I'm just making some baked oat cups. With this one, I'm using bananas and blueberries. Luxie loves blueberries, and honestly, I wish I would have made more of these because they're so good and I enjoy them as well. But I was in a time crunch today, so I only made enough for Luxie. So I'm just adding all of my ingredients together, you know, like I always do. I'm preheating my oven to 350 degrees, and then I'm cracking both of the eggs into a medium-sized bowl.
Would that be cool? Can I dance for?
Now I'm adding in half a cup of brown sugar, and then I'm just going to whisk the brown sugar and eggs together. Chef Luxie really wanted to help with the next part of the video, so I'm just going to add the ingredients on the screen.
Yummy. Yummy cookies. Yummy cookies. Yummy, 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 yummy.
Okay, now we have to put in the bananas.
Ooh. And then it's for me. Oh my God.
Whoop.
Thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome.
And more.
I'm gonna put some more in there. Keep stirring. Keep stirring. Keep it in the bowl, remember?
Yummy. Yum, 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 yum. Yum. Milk, milk. That's milk. That's milk, Anna. Could you some more milk? Milk. No, I missed butter. It's butter. No,
Hey,
no,
hey,
no.
hey. Give me a second. I'm gonna let you do it in just a second, baby.
Why don't eat it? Oops. Almost shake off.
Okay, now I have to put the oats in. Need 3 cups. 1, stir it. 2, and 3. Hey, wait a second. Don't be so aggressive.
Uh-oh. Mommy,
Woody.
now wash your hands.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is my turn.
It's Mommy's turn, Luxie.
No, it's Fluffy's turn. It's my Fluffy's
I gotta
turn.
open this part up.
No, it's my turn. No, it's my turn. No, it's my turn.
All right, here you go.
Thank you.
Okay, so you gotta do this real slow, okay? Put the whole spoon in here And you mix it real slow, okay? Can you do that?
Wow.
That's right. Really slow.
That's blueberries.
Yeah, they're gonna be yummy.
Yummy. Look, it's swimming.
Yeah.
The blueberry's swimming.
The blueberries are swimming.
Okay, it's swimming away. Look.
You see?
Shake it out. Shake, blueberry. Ooh. Wow.
Now I'm just using 1/4 of the mixture and putting it into each mini muffin cup. Now this made all of the mini muffins plus 3 larger muffins, and I'm going to bake them for about 30 to 35 minutes. The smaller ones took about 30 minutes and the larger ones took about 35 to 40 minutes.
Push and pull is all we do. Life is hollow without you. Ooh, without you. Without you.
While that's in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the third option, which is French toast sticks. I actually made 2 different options for this. So one is egg-free. I preferred the egg-free version the best. I think it tasted better. So it's totally up to you, whatever you want to do. But I did have one really ripe banana that I needed to use, so I decided to try an egg-free version. So I'm just putting the banana into a medium-sized bowl.
It goes nonstop. I don't wanna fight no more. Origami on the floor, breaking stuff that's
Then I'm adding in a 1/2 cup of oat milk. You can use whatever milk you prefer. Then I'm adding in 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and just mashing everything together.
without you.
Now I'm cutting 1/2 a loaf of white bread into French toast sticks.
Without you.
I'm spraying a large baking pan with some olive oil just so the pieces don't stick. Now I'm just putting each French toast stick into the mixture and placing it on the pan.
Without you.
I quickly realized that that was not enough liquid for all of the bread, so I didn't have any more bananas, so I decided to make regular French toast. So I'm just adding 3 large eggs into the bowl. And then again, 1/2 cup of the oat milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and about a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now I'm just going to mix all of that together and continue putting the bread into the liquid and putting it on the pan. Since the muffins are almost done, I'm going to go ahead and preheat the oven to 375 and add the French toast sticks into the oven, and I will bake these for about 20 minutes, flipping them halfway through. A very important step for freezer meals or things that you're putting into the freezer is to make sure that they are completely cooled beforehand. This will prevent those little crystals from forming on your food. So I'm just taking all of the little mini muffins and placing them on a cooling rack to let them completely cool before placing them in a Ziploc bag and putting them in the freezer. I'm doing the same thing with the French toast sticks as well. Once cooled, I just place them in their freezer bag with the date, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. It really helps support my channel, and also be sure that you're subscribed with the bell notifications on so that way you don't miss any of my videos. And also make sure that you're following me over on Instagram as well. I post all kinds of things on my stories as well as on my Instagram feed. So I'd like to see you over there, and I'll see you next time. Bye.